world, my name is Nicholas Montez, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. I'm so excited to have y'all back here together again. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing the next movie in my series, Journey to Encanto. Yes, I know all these series are mixed up, but whatever. Today we're reviewing The Emperor's New Groove. I would say of all the movies of this series, this is probably the one I'm most excited for, because I hear a lot of positive things about this movie, of how it's so clever and funny, and I guess you could say I agree with most people. So let's go ahead and get started talking about The Emperor's New Groove. You gotta talk about with this movie is that this movie just has so many jokes in it, and that the jokes are just so clever. And that's also a great thing about the movie, is that the movie is also clever. Yeah, I know I'm opening this fast, but the movie is just very, very clever in that the way it's done. All the jokes really just land. The cleverness just fits inside of the movie. When you get to the third act and Kuzco and Chapa are being chased by Yzma's guards, and they turn into all these different things, into these animals, it's all clever and well done, and all the jokes land. I don't really think there was a joke that was forced. I think all the jokes happen at the right time. It's also just filled with a pretty good voice cast with David Spade, John Goodman, Patrick Warburton, the guy that played Joe Swanston in Family Guy. The whole voice cast is just great. Some familiar voices that I've never really heard before. Some I've heard before. So I love the voice cast. I love how clever it is. I love the comedy. I love the characters. I love Kuzco, how throughout when he becomes a llama, his character kind of changes a little bit. And Chapa is just this guy that is he doesn't want the Emperor, he doesn't want Kuzco to replace his home, his mountain, and it's like, Kuzco doesn't even care, and it's like, he's so selfish, and throughout the movie, you kind of learn, like, he learns from the stuff, and he doesn't want to admit it, but you can see that he changes, and that he feels bad, and that he shouldn't be putting people before himself. Like, he shouldn't be putting himself before other people. So I thought that was a nice little touch there. Also, Yzma is also just another fantastic villain. She's very menacing, she's very frightening, and she's just conniving. And when she turns into a cat, it's pretty funny. So yeah, that's the positives on this one. Now let's kind of move on to the negatives. Now this movie, for the bad on this one, I gotta say, there's just a little bit of problems, but it's not really anything that kind of takes me out of the movie. First thing is, the animation is just kind of forgettable. There's not really any piece of the movie that I would like, that is just a beautiful sequence. Where it's not like other animated movies or other Disney animated movies where I'm like, the animation is just stunning. It's not really that type of movie. It's more just a comedic relief and stuff like that. Also, there's just some parts of the way the story is told that I just feel like it's a little bit too clever, and that it kind of drags me out of the movie just by a little bit. But that's really everything I gotta say about the movie. This movie is funny, it has a clever story. Oh, actually, I think the one last problem I have to say is that the whole concept of this type of world doesn't really make sense. The whole concept of it never really makes sense to me. But overall, I thought it was a very enjoyable movie. The voice cast is great, the comedy is great, the little pop culture references here and there is great, the characters are great, and it's just a very good movie. So that's my review for The Emperor's New Groove. Before I give my final score, be sure to comment down below what were your thoughts on The Emperor's New Groove. Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? We're right there between. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. With that said, let's get on my scores. Alright, so that's it for my scores, but we're not done here yet. We have one more thing to do before we end this video, and that's to see where does The Emperor's New Groove rank in my updated Disney movie ranking. So let's see where it ranks. my updated ranking as well as my review for The Emperor's New Groove. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram is Marvel6 and my TikTok name is RollerFan. If you guys don't understand those names, head to my bad section so you can follow me on all social medias. I'm also in Letterboxd. It's the same name as my Instagram. _6_. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.